I'm not going to be able to have my kids.
I'm not your attorney. So the only thing my job is to make you understand what the plea bargain agreement is. Court will sentence you to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail.
No, miss.
You said a conviction.
Oh, I thought, okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God, no.
Proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, married, cohabitation as a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is up to 1 year in jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargaining agreement with the state, the court doesn't have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
I did not understand that one.
All right, you don't understand you have a right to jury trial?
I heard it, but I didn't hear it.
All right, so do you need to speak to your attorney?
No, can you please repeat the question?
Do you understand you have a right to jury trial?
Yes, I don't
Understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
That's forever?
You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I can never for protection
You need to speak to your attorney about that. But with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent. Did you understand that?
This is the first time I heard of that.
All right, so I'll let you all step back.
What does that mean?
I'll let you speak to your attorney about that.
I'm not allowed to have children?
Oh, you can have children, but if there's some sort of custody issues that arise, technically and legally, the court is not allowed to have you as primary custodial parent. Now, if in the best interest of the children, they determine that you will be the best placement, then they can do that. But if there were any type of custody issues and there's a person who appears to be a good parent and they don't have an affirmative finding of family violence, then they're supposed to be designated as primary custodial parent. I'll let you speak to your attorney about it. We were on the plea. So did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement? I don't understand what's going on here.
But I'm not going to be able to have my kids?
I'm not your attorney. So the only thing my job is to make you understand what the plea bargain agreement is. I've explained to you with regards to the meaning of an affirmative finding of family violence, and I always give people those instructions so they will know, because many times when people enter pleas on the criminal sides, they have an impact civilly and in other ways. So with all of these family violence cases, when there's an affirmative finding of family violence, there are certain collateral consequences. One of those is you can't have a weapon. You can't possess ammunition. That's how it is in Texas. I can't tell you how it is in other states. But you can't have weapons, you can't have ammunition, and you can't be designated as primary custodial parent. So legally, you can't be designated as primary custodial parent. Those are the consequences of entering a plea, and those are the consequences of having an affirmative finding of family violence. Now, if you would like to, counsel, we can bring this back for tomorrow.
No, it's okay, fine.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you all take a seat just to talk it out more.
I do understand it, but it's just it's a horrible thing for to have this horrible. So I understand it, but
I mean, all the cases here are horrible. They're felony cases.
I thought it was getting reduced.
It's still getting reduced, but it's still, all these cases have consequences. Whether it's being reduced to a misdemeanor or not, there are consequences that flow from felony cases and consequences that flow from criminal charges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you sit with your attorney, because I want you to, if you're planning on entering a plea in this case, I want you to enter it with a clear conscience and a clear understanding. So it appears to me, and I may be wrong, I'm making assumptions here, that you didn't know the consequences civilly of entering a plea in this case. And the fact that you're talking to me about, am I ever going to be able to possess weapons? Am I ever going to have my children? That's something that you need to discuss with your attorney, and it needs to be in a setting. I don't want to say without passion or objectively, because I know these are all personal matters, but it needs to be something that's thought about with clear head and something to think about. All right. So I'm going to have you all step back. And if your attorney feels like it's best that this be taken up tomorrow, we'll take it up tomorrow. I'm here all week. All right. So just step back and discuss it with your attorney.
I understand it. There's nothing I could do.
All right. Just step back and talk to your attorney. So, Ms. Brown, I've gone over the plea bargaining agreement with you. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand the consequences of entering a plea with an affirmative finding of family violence?
Yes.
And knowing that? All right. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Honor. He has had the problems, I guess, communicating and understanding what is happening, but after explaining several times her situation, she understands everything, and we're asking that the court accept the recommendation from the state to place on deferred.
All right. What was your warrant for? In the police report, it says that when the complainant called the police showed that you had a warrant. So what did you have an active warrant for?
It had been for a failure to ID.
All right, state, can you see if there are any pending charges other than this case?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a failure to ID. Oh, sorry.
Your Honor, there's a failure to ID, and that one is, according to the state, would be TIC.
It's not listed in the plea.
Judge, there is, but we can, I can enter a dismissal. I think you just give me a couple months to fill out a dismissal.
All right, thank you. All right, are you employed?
At the moment, no, I'm not.
How do you support yourself?
I'm living with family right now.
What family is this?
My mom.
All right, and Child Protective Services were called. Is Child Protective Services involved?
Yes.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. 2 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Well, let me strike that. The state is requesting that actually you have a conviction. What the court can do is you can have a conviction. That's what you bargained for, or either I can give her deferred adjudication.
Leave rules for deferred adjudication in the hospital.
All right, if the court were to give you deferred adjudication, if anything were to happen and your probation were revoked, you could end up with potentially 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. What the state has offered you, if you were to not do well, you could still end up with 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. So which would you prefer? Would you prefer conviction or deferred adjudication?
Conviction.
All right. Court will sentence you to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail.
No, miss.
You said a conviction.
Oh, I thought, okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God, no.
So are you
I thought you
asking?
meant like on the record.
Are you asking for deferred?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. With the deferred adjudication, the court could sentence you to up to 1 year in the Bear County Jail if you are unsuccessful. Do you understand?
Yes,
And up to a $4,000 fine. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
And are you requesting that the court give you deferred adjudication?
Yes,
All right. Court will sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Tagai Buzu. If there are some kind of child custody arrangements that need to be made, you'll need to make those through a third party. If you wish to have contact with him, he'll have to come in to court, and I'd have to hear some evidence. Calling 2025 CR 000889, State versus Maria Bayer.
There you are.
And this is an application, correct?
Correct.
All right. Counsel, you received all discovery?
I have.
Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Byer, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yeah, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge,
They
is violence, we don't know,
They are.
we are. We are just proceeding with the indictment as is.
All right. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? You're going to need to speak up.
yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Byer, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen?
yes,
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, a MIC evaluation, and follow all TAP recommendations. And they're saying SafeP mental health and DDR evaluation with recommendations. This is what I can tell you about the plea bargain agreement that you've reached. I'm going to order a TAP evaluation. Whatever the TAP recommendations are, I'm going to follow those TAP recommendations because your plea bargain agreement is for the court to follow whatever recommendations are from TAP. So do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
So because it says in here, it's SafeP mental health, I don't know if that's going to be ordered for you by TAP or recommended. Do you understand?
Yes,
And I am going to order an evaluation for mental health. So it'll be a MIC evaluation. MIC evaluation will determine whether or not you should have the DDRF evaluation. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
So the way I've explained that, did you understand that to be your agreement?
Yes,
Defense, is that the agreement?
It is.
State, is that the agreement?
yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes,
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any motions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, outside the agreement, the state is asking that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years, that there be 150 hours of community service restitution, no contact with the complainant, HMAC, a TAP evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and I don't have to follow those recommendations. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
All right, then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
Objection.
Thank you. You may be excused. Thank you. Did you review the waiver and consent with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept in the evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. So here's my question. In the police report, it keeps saying she's a juvenile.
She's not, Judge.
Okay. All right, and state for the record.
Ashley Jones for the record.
All right, and have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
We have, Your Honor.
For the court's edification, the complaint in this case is the adopted mother.
Mhm.
She will be going to, after any kind of treatment needs, she'll be going to live with her biological mother.
All right. So with regards to living with your biological mother, are there any children in the home?
I think so, yes.
All right, do you know their ages approximately? Okay. So this is what the court is going to do. $1,500 fine probated, affirmative finding of family violence. And did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
And did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as a primary custodial parent?
Yes.
All right, knowing that, do you still want the court to go along with this plea and follow this plea?
Yes.
All right, so there's an affirmative finding of family violence, 6 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The following is to be done in custody. A TAP evaluation, follow recommendations. MIC evaluation. There's to be no contact with the complainant. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment or SSI within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And until this mental health issue is stabilized, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to reside in any home with minors.
Okay.
There's to be 150 hours community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
Senior year.
All right, so why didn't you complete it?
For that matter.
Okay,
She's working on a JD right now.
all right, so 150 hours community service restitution. There will be a 50-hour deduction upon completion of her GED. So here's the thing, you can do community service hours if you want to. The heat is about to hit San Antonio, they will have you picking up trash, or you can do something to better yourself. So I'll knock off 50 hours if she completes her GED. I'm not ordering the GED, but if she completes it, 50 hours are come off. And then the remaining 100, I will knock off if you complete some level of higher education or some type of trade school. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Let me see. And I'm going to order anger management. Probation, is there anything else?
Oh, man.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
State judge.
Not from the fence.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, with regards to your mental health, you're gonna have to stay on top of that. So you're probably gonna need to get a case manager. In probation, do a referral for Center for Healthcare Services also. That's just to make sure that you get a case manager to help with your mental health. Housing may be an issue with you. If you have an issue with housing, let probation know. If there's something and you feel that people are not addressing it, you feel like probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to court and I'll address it, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Judge Stephanie Boyd was handling what appeared to be a routine plea deal until one explanation changed everything for the defendant. After agreeing to a family violence charge, the father learned that the consequences would go far beyond the courtroom. A family violence conviction could prevent him from legally owning a firearm and could also affect his ability to be named the primary custodial parent of his children. The news hit him hard. "I'm not going to be able to have my kids," he said in disbelief. Judge Boyd immediately stopped the proceeding. She would not accept his plea while he was still confused about what he was agreeing to. Instead, she instructed him to speak with his attorney and make sure he fully understood the consequences before moving forward. When the hearing resumed, another moment of confusion followed. The defendant nearly agreed to a conviction when he actually intended to accept deferred adjudication. Realizing his mistake, he quickly corrected himself. Judge Boyd ultimately granted 2 years of deferred probation, along with strict no-contact conditions and an affirmative finding of family violence. He avoided an immediate conviction, but the consequences were still serious. His case could affect his right to own firearms and his ability to become the primary custodial parent of his children.